Hey, y'all. We're sitting out here in the lanai today because it's a little chilly. And I know everybody feels that way. And I was reminded this morning that I shouldn't be complaining because I talked to my siblings in up north, one in Rockford, Illinois, just outside of Chicago, the other in Indiana, in the middle of Indiana. And, they're below zero there, and they got snow. So I got no gripe coming. But, you just never know what the weather's going to be anymore. And even here, we had snow in the Panhandle. They had measurable snow. I think it was like 3 or 4 inches in the Panhandle. Tallahassee got snow. But then I'm watching the news in New Orleans. If you see that, the main streets in New Orleans covered with snow. And then this morning I seen something at, I think it was Panama Beach. I'm not sure. I think it's Panama. It was one of the beaches anyhow. And, the sand is covered with snow and you can see the ocean out in the background. It's scary looking. It really is. So can you hear me now? Everybody, can you hear me okay? I guess I'm not getting any comments here, so. Yeah, there you go. Kevin from the fort. Hey, Kevin. I know you're struggling with the weather up there. Jerry, hey. And can you hear me okay? Okay. Okay, Jerry says yes, so we're good.
Ouch.
And I said, Buddy don't know what to make of this weather. And I said, I've had a hard time getting his coat on him. And this morning he didn't even want to go walk. He just went out and did his thing and come right back in. And that's the first time he's ever done that. So, because he would go through, seems like he would go through anything to get his walk in, but he didn't this morning. Oh yeah, that cookie tray. I've got to keep Skippy's blood sugar up. He gets grumpy. So, Great Sunshine says hello all from Chile, Michigan. Oh, thank you. KM says hello. William, sound great. And said my hair looks awesome. Well, thank you. TM McCall says hi from Texas. Cindy G, we were up to 6 degrees. Hey, that's progress. I sent my siblings the picture of the thermostat, and I think it said like 37, and they all laughed at me because they're all below zero. Wrestler says I can hear Sue, but Skip is silent.
I ain't said anything.
He ain't said anything. He's still messing with his phone. Jerry, I want to know if you're matching your hat to your weather. You have the ice hat on.
Yeah. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
What do you want? Quit it.
Kevin says the cookie platter will be empty by the end of the day. No, not necessarily, because he's not crazy about the chocolate ones. I eat all the chocolate ones, but he doesn't. But there's some oatmeal cookies up there too.
That's what he wants.
Yeah, he wants a cookie.
Here.
And
which one do you want? Eat one of these nasty ones.
Rich A says, hi, 16 degrees now, 8 below windshield last night. If I move to the villages, should I bring my snowblower? I don't think you'll need the snowblower, but in regards to what I used to tell people, I would bring a coat. And I said, this is the first year I've ever needed one, really. But you never know. I don't know if we're going to have these kind of winters forever, or usually we have a bad one, and then, the rest of them are okay. And then every 3 or 4 years we get a bad one. Oh. You got to unlock the door, honey. I think we got company. But he's a good guard dog. He lets us
locked?
I thought you were doing porch setting outside.
Shit, no.
Hi, and it's Kevin.
Hi, Sue.
Hey, how are you?
Really?
Kevin K says it's up to 9 degrees from a wind chill of 25 below last night in the Fort Wayne. Wow.
Easy, buddy. I'm moving.
Yeah, this is crazy weather. I mean, we never have this kind of weather, but it's happening. So I don't know what to tell you.
How are you, Sue?
I'm good. Are you cold?
I'm bundled up.
Well, and it's not got real warm out here yet. I've left the door open,
Oh,
but
that's okay.
the heat didn't got out here. We need the little ceramic heater we get out in the camper. If I think about it, I'll bring it home, but probably won't need it for a couple more
It's
weeks.
just a non-allergenic dog.
Non-allergenic.
Yeah.
Any dog with curly hair is non-allergenic. Did you know that?
No.
And he's not got curly hair.
Yes, he does.
Oh, I'm
Well, I
allergic
think
to
he
you.
is.
Like a poodle, cocker spaniel, all of them are non-allergenic because they don't shed.
I love you too.
Mark
I think
Sears.
a Boston Terrier might even be non-allergenic, but we had a
Yeah, they
Boston and she never shed.
Yeah, she has slick hair, so. But yeah, if he's allergic to him, keep him off of him.
Huh?
If he's allergic to him, keep him off of him.
I think he can handle his own self.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Yeah, BJ says they love it when we have visitors. Well, y'all know Kevin
Hello.
J. And I said, he looks like he's freezing to death. And he comes from the Northeast, so, figure that.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. I think I'd stop it just for a
You
little bit.
get acclimated, don't you? That's right. And people laugh at me when I put a jacket on at 70, but, you get acclimated here. And this is just not, this is not real weather for us. Bill from Long Island says 4 degrees with wind chill.
Oh.
1 more month and I'm full-time Well Point villager. Can't wait. Well, good for you, Bill. I asked the siblings this morning, if they wanted to come visit. They said they're thinking about it. Because I said one of them had their water freeze up twice.
Oh.
Jenny. And
Who?
Jenny. And I said they're out in the country, but still, the water froze up twice and they had the water running. Left it dripping. It still froze up. So.
People just gotten used to, in the past, we've had some pretty warm winters.
Yeah.
We've had some winters with virtually no snow whatsoever. And now that the real winter's starting to pop up, people are going, oh my God, what's going on? Well, it's always gone on. I remember winters when I was a kid where you couldn't even go outside. There was a snowdrift in the front door, so you couldn't even get out.
Yeah. And Laura says, hello, Kevin.
Hello, Laura. How are you?
We must know how much Skip charges Kevin to attend Porch Settin.
Oh,
People just show up. We don't care.
Yeah.
Did you drive a golf cart over here?
yeah.
Did you have a heater in it?
No.
Well, they do make a heater for it.
No.
Well, they do.
Okay, but I'm not going to buy it.
I had one once. I remember,
Did you?
yeah, but back in the day on the gas cart, I don't know if they still sell them. I think they do. There's a heater. It's a propane heater hooked up to a little bottle, and it goes in your cup holder. The bottom of it was made in such a way it sets in that cup holder. And believe this or not, that little thing put out the heat like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
You want to find stuff like that, go to the truck stops.
No, I haven't the truck stop. That's Village's thing. You gotta go down to the Yamaha golf cart store. Of some
Usually,
kind.
the truckers have their little refrigerators and their little heaters and their stuff in
That is true.
and
At the
they
truck
have all
stop,
that
they've got a
stuff.
little heater, and I had one on my dash because in semi trucks, the older ones anyway, the dash defroster, it was the worst. And you can't drive a semi, the dash is all frosted up. So they had it in a truck stop. It was plugged in your cigarette lighter plug. It was a thing about that long. It just set up in the dash. You could point in any direction you want, and the thing would actually rotate back and forth.
Wow.
And got it for like $19.95. And they were great. I don't know if I'll still get them or
Little
not.
refrigerators you plug into your cigarette lighter plug.
Yeah.
A lot of places don't have cigarette lighter plugs anymore, but I mean, I'm sure they got something else instead. You can probably plug it into your phone now.
Probably. Russell, this is the only jacket I brought with me.
Yeah. He said Kevin gets sponsored by the Boston Red
Oh,
Sox.
I do love it. Yeah.
Oh, yes, lucky you, Bill. Like I said, you'll be getting out of that bad weather soon. And let's see, hi, Laura. Yeah, Kevin says hi, Laura.
Yeah, I
Oh, Jerry says Skip's golf cart puts out a lot of hot air. Ain't that the truth? We should do this show traveling down the road. it's just weird weather. What can I say? It's
It
just
is.
really weird
That's
weather.
why I thought I'd take a ride down today and really,
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful day.
such a beautiful day. So I can't play pickleball. I got to do something.
You didn't go out and play pickleball today? Well, all that running around warm you up.
I went to play Monday morning.
Yeah.
The sun was up. It was like 30. It was like 40. That's the first day my games really got cold.
Oh, yeah.
Really got cold. It was even, and it was windy. So.
Well, you know, but below 50, and I had to put my gloves on.
Yeah,
Because I've had frostbite, and they hurt, you know, when they get cold. And I said, you know, they laugh at me, but I don't care. We got 100.
But it's not going to last. Sunday it could be 70.
You know, that's what I said.
Today, that's what it says.
Well,
tomorrow I can change.
70, and I think Monday was 74.
I'm just saying, if it's 70, if we're saying, in other words, saying temperature's going to go up and the high is going to be high Sunday. That 70 could turn into 80 by the time we get to Saturday. I've watched these weather things every day, and you keep them like from day to day. They just keep changing. Yeah.
That's what Patty says. Remember, it's only temporary. That's right.
It's only temporary.
Yeah. I said, my brother said they got 4 more months till spring, but I said, we probably got 2
The weirdest thing
weeks.
about weather here that I've noticed is that when you're in winter, it's winter. All of a sudden, it's just winter.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it'll hit 80 one day, and it'll never go down. It'll stay 80 forever.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Laura says, a former coworker who now lives in Houston sent me photos of his little boy playing in the snow yesterday. It looked like at least 4 inches of snow at their house. Yes. Ron, Skip's cousin, where we go visit in Texas, in Rockford, they're right on the Gulf. And he sent me a picture this morning.
Of America.
Right on the Gulf.
The Gulf of
And
America.
like I said, he sent me pictures this morning of their pond was frozen.
No good. No.
I mean, unbelievable. And that's southern Texas.
Well, Houston, they let all the schools out because they don't have snow removal equipment.
They don't have snow.
School buses ain't going to drive in the snow.
How about Pensacola last night?
Or Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Like I said, the northern part of Florida got some snow.
Seriously?
Yeah. They shut down 10. I-10 in places. Yeah.
They did shut it down?
Yeah, they did.
Hey, you're talking about a southern state that's snow. What? I never drove in that.
Yeah.
You can still run 70, right?
Yeah, well,
It's
so I said, KM says, oh, geez, I just looked at TV champ, it's 37. I won't complain about my 55.
No.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Thank God, so I brought one hat back with me.
That's what I said, I always told people you don't, bring sweaters or jackets, but you don't really need coats. Well, this year you need your coat.
I don't know. I even in the past, I may not need a coat or anything, but maybe I got, do you have sensitive ears? Does your ears get cold before anything else? I could wear earmuffs in a lot of days.
No, my hands get cold.
It's your hands?
Yeah, my hands get cold.
You can buy heated gloves.
Yeah.
But
we had them on a motorcycle. They were great. I'll tell you something. I had heated gloves, heated socks. You could get a heated vest and then put your coat over top of that vest.
Mm-hmm.
We'd ride our motorcycle 15 degrees outside. As long as there wasn't no ice or snow on the road, we would ride.
Yeah.
And it was never a problem.
I believe.
And oh my. Judith Moore says, we moved from Anderson, Indiana to Alabama for the warm weather. It's 11 degrees here and 13 degrees in Indianapolis. Yes. we did the same.
Now?
Yeah.
It's not going to last. It's not going to last.
Yeah, that's just it. It won't last. Now, Alabama is probably going to last a little longer than it is here. But like
Is she in northern Alabama or southern Alabama?
She didn't say.
Well, northern Alabama gets right up here by Tennessee, and they can have snow that lasts for weeks.
Well, but the temperature, 11 degrees. Yeah. And it's 13 in Indianapolis, so there's not much difference. Wrestler says, Skip snagging on the cookies after Porch Settin. He goes on a 5-mile run. Most people don't know those behind the scenes.
Yeah, I do.
Facts.
It's hard to believe. I know. I don't like talking about it because I don't want to be harassed. But
Yeah.
I'll run at least 5. I might run 7 today because it's colder outside.
KM says, 7 inches of snow in Pensacola. Yes, I couldn't believe it when they were showing some of those pictures. And when they shut down 10, somebody sent me a video this morning of somebody that was sledding on I-10. Because they had it closed. They were sledding on I-10.
They just had it on the news a while ago that downtown New Orleans, well, no, not downtown.
Bourbon Street?
Bourbon Street. There's like 4 inches of ice.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
So the kids, and I thought this is great. There's nobody down there. Nobody drives on the ice and snow in these southern states. So the kids decided that they started a hockey game. They're ice skating out on the streets playing hockey. And I watched that and I just thought, now that's average kids.
Yes.
That's what kids are supposed to do.
That's right.
Yeah. Tallahassee had 2 inches of snow so far. Yeah. And let's see, Cam says once a year there's a weekend you need a coat, but only that down in PSL. Well, yeah, that's true. Like I said, well, I remember we went to Key West that one time, and I think Rizzo sent put a thing on Discord a while ago that it was 68 down there where his house is in Key West.
Oh, yeah.
In Marathon.
So that's cold for them.
But like I remember we went down there one year and we stayed in this resort. We were the only ones there because it was out of season. It was like January, February.
Froze my ass off.
And we were cold. And we called the lady and asked her where the heater was, and she laughed.
They don't have any heaters in Key West.
Yeah. She said, well, I'll bring you extra blankets.
So your heater's in the closet. There's 6 or 7 extra quilts in there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Racer Girl says heated gears is the best. I use mine every winter. Well, I didn't go much in the winter, but he rode rode his bike to work at times.
Oh yeah.
As long as there wasn't ice on the road, he'd ride.
I'd gear up and I'd get on the bike and I'd take off. And it was funny when I went to work because half the UPS guys down there, I didn't realize this till they told me later after I retired, they had bets. You think he'll ride his bike today? And they were betting. Yeah, that if I rode it or not. And the guy said, I don't know. It's 15 degrees out. He said, I think he told me one time that 15 degrees is where he cut it off. I don't know. It was pretty clear out. The roads are good. I think he'll ride. And so I would come rolling in, and they would all be standing out there, and they'd wave at me as I was come rolling in. And I didn't realize they were betting on whether I was going to be there or not.
Oh, Rizzo says you should always wear 2 pair of pants when you play golf, just in case you get a hole in one. Now you're making up skip silly jokes. Oh, I said, fortunately, you didn't bring me out here with you today, did you?
You know why 2 Chinese people can't have white
You did that last week, yes.
I think it's funny.
Jerry says, Alabama, that's where Judy is from.
Yeah, that's where Judy's from.
Oh,
Southern Alabama. You can hear it in her accent. It's Southern Alabama.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Next Friday is supposed to be 78. Hey, I can do that. Yeah.
A week from Friday?
It says next Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now we'll be up.
WrestleMania says 2 degrees below zero.
Yeah. Judith Moore says North Alabama, 2 blocks from the Tennessee River.
What's it like in New York? Where's Brad at? There he is. 47 at the Villages is better than
18.
18.
Staten Island.
So it's colder in Pennsylvania than it is in Staten Island?
I don't know.
Well, that's just weird. I think that's weird, but whatever.
Yeah. Bill says any recommendations for a new home inspection company need it done in the middle of February?
Oh, here's a good question from BJ Gant. Nothing like poking the bear, BJ. Sue, what did you think of the inauguration?
What inauguration?
Remember, BJ, you started.
Remember, we're big supporters of the police, and I think they got a big slap in the face. My opinion.
She's going to learn that around here, her opinion don't count for much.
No, it don't. But like I said, you better practice what you preach. Truly. But anyhow, Bill's question was, do you have any recommendations for a new home inspection company?
Well, they do home inspections. There's tons of them that do that. I don't have any. I'm not going to suggest anybody because it'll be wrong no matter what. But there's a lot of people here that can tell you. They're all good. They're all good.
And we've not had one.
No, we didn't have one because I'm my own home inspector. I've built so many houses that I know what I'm looking for, so we take care of it. But the thing is, they don't have an inspector, and I think this is really an opportunity for somebody. There is no inspector that can inspect your property, especially if it's pre-owned, to give you a report to make sure that everything in that property is in compliance with the deed restrictions of that area. And they need one. Mm-hmm. I just got a report today. Another one has got a claim against them because somebody turned them in because he just bought this property and it's out of compliance. That's what happens. As soon as you put your name on that paper, and the neighbors, and that's who these trolls are. It ain't trolls. It's somebody that lives in that neighborhood. They didn't say anything about the other neighbor because they liked that neighbor and they didn't want to cause any problems. He sold that house. Now you're the new neighbor. Well, we don't like you because we don't even know you. So now we're turning the house in, and that's what happened. And now they bought this house. There's a complaint. She says, I bought the house the way it was. They all say that. That doesn't mean anything. And now she wants to spend thousands of dollars out of her pocket once again to get the house back into compliance. So there's a need for a company to do that, but
Okay.
I don't know how you get it done. I'm not that kind of a business person, but don't you agree that would be a great thing to have? Would you pay $500 to make sure that house was in compliance before you signed it?
Sure, I would.
I think everybody would.
Of course I would.
And Bill, like I said, maybe somebody on here, some of our subscribers have an inspector, because I said we've never used one, so we really don't know of any. But a lot of people on here are new buyers, and so they've had to have home inspections. So,
Ira inspected my house.
Yeah, they inspect it for structural problems, like a roof, the walls, but there's nobody that inspects it for deed restrictions.
Right, okay. But Ira, he went right through my house.
Oh, sure, he does a great job.
He went right through my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ira does everything. I'm supposed to tell you guys about this. He was supposed to send me a commercial, and I was going to put it on my videos, but the old man's got a memory problem, and he don't remember anything.
I just sent him a text today.
He started a remodeling company.
Yeah.
A construction company, and he's been remodeling some houses here lately. He's got videos up about it, so you might even talk to him about that if you're wanting to put in new laminate flooring, put in tile, have some drywall work done, or whatever the case is. He's got a construction company now, and I can tell you it's probably pretty trustworthy. So, give him a call. And if you need a home inspection, call Ira. He'll do it.
He'll do it.
and if not, he'll know somebody that can.
Yeah. He's the one that got me my roofer up here to patch my house after the hurricane.
Rizzo says it's down to 58 now in Marathon. My wife just got her stitches out, so we are heading back in the morning. Well, good. Be careful, and hopefully it'll be warm by the time you get there.
What's the temperature in Cuba?
I don't know.
I have the cure for everybody's problems here. If Cuba was made U.S. territory, what a great place to go down for the wintertime.
Absolutely.
A great place to have vacations. Hotels could pop up. The people would have jobs. I mean, I don't understand why they're not making Cuba a touristy destination.
Well, like I said, since the last administration, nobody's even been able to visit.
The people need to take over. They need to quit.
Wiggins says, "What's your dog's name?" His name is Buddy. And I said, he's ornery today.
He thinks his name is Quit.
I said, he's ornery today. He's, like I said, he wouldn't go for his walk this morning, so he's had lots of sleep. Now, usually he's about conked out by this time of day, but like I said, he's wide awake now. Let's see.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah, I've lost a lot of New England blood. I tell you, I relished it when it was 100 degrees out.
That's what I said.
And that was a short time ago, too.
Yeah, don't complain about the heat.
It was 100 degrees.
Yeah. Let's see. Why did they get a slap in the face? Seriously, I don't know. Not trying to poke the bear. You don't know about him letting all the January 6th people out of jail. He made
They're not done with that. I mean, people, when somebody does something, people are always so quick to jump the gun. They do it with me. I'll say something, and all of a sudden, they jump the gun on something I said when maybe I didn't mean it the way it came out. But he just talked about it on go. He said, we're investigating each case. He did give him a pardon. But Vance has even said that if somebody did do violence to a police officer, whatever case it may be, they should not be let out. So it's very possible that
they can't put it back in.
Yes, they can. He's the president. He can do any goddamn thing he wants to.
That should scare you. That should scare
Didn't scare you when Biden was doing it.
All right.
Okay.
Enough for politics.
Yeah.
Brad Shea.
Okay.
What's the deal with all the new roofs being installed here in the villages? Is it from the hurricane damage? Wow, that's a great question.
Yes, it is, because a lot of them took a long time before the insurance would okay it. And
yes.
And up here in our area, they had trouble with the certainty shingles.
Okay.
And then so a lot of people had a discussion with the certainty people because it's beyond warranty now. It was the shingles itself that was bad.
Right.
And so that has a lot to do with it.
And our insurance company's threatening to cancel. And that answer is yes. Because we got a letter from our insurance company stating that if we do not replace our roof by next year, they are going to drop us.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And so obviously we're probably going to get it done within the year, and we have to show proof, couple of pictures or the receipt that we did have a new roof installed.
Well, you know,
Or else
ours
they- or else
isn't
they're gonna
anything like
drop
that,
us.
but they did change the policy to now where it's, instead of having a 500 deductible, it's a 2%,
Correct.
you know, and that's of the price of the house.
Yeah.
2% of that, and
Right.
that could come down to a lot of money.
If the insurance is telling him he's got to replace it, that means the insurance ain't going to pay nothing. They're telling him, you got to.
Yeah, but I mean, with ours, the new policy said instead of a $500 deductible, it's a 2%.
He has no deductible. He's paying for the whole thing.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about me.
It'd be the same thing with us. It's no different.
What-
If they come and tell me, say, hey, you got to get a new roof or we're going to drop you, they're not saying you're not insurable. They're just simply saying, we won't insure you.
Yeah.
So there is no deductible.
You're missing the point.
No, I ain't missing the point. We're talking
I
about the
know.
roof. We're not talking about a house burning
Okay,
down.
we're talking about our roof, Kevin's roof.
If they tell me that you got to get a new roof or we're not going to insure you.
By the end of the year.
Yeah, there is no deductible there. They're just simply.
No.
I said ours. Ours, instead of having a deductible, we now have a 2% that we have to pay before it takes
2%
over
for what?
of the price of the house
For what?
to put on the roof, to fix the roof.
We're back to that again. See what I got
Never
through?
mind.
This is the crowd I got.
Am I causing all this trouble?
Good Lord.
Laura, I believe our home is 14 years old, and it does have the original roof. We knew that going into it.
It's only 14 years old?
I think so.
Usually they draw the line around 20.
15. Roofs
Well,
are
Mine's 10, and I have never heard a word about anything.
14, 24.
Matter of fact, they even sent me a check to get this little piece done up here. I already paid for it.
Oh, God, I'm going to say it's 14, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But anyway, purchasing the home, we knew that we were going to have to put on a new roof because all the houses around my area, all the roofs look the same. They're in really rough shape.
And
You
it's a
got,
possibility.
architectural shingles, or do you have 3 tab?
I have no idea.
Well, architectural is like that, where they look like they're clabbered,
Yeah.
or the 3 tab is just simple 3 tabs. They lay flat.
Oh, yeah. Skip, I'm really not sure.
Oh, William says standing pork rib roast going in the oven,
Nice.
serving with beans and yellow rice.
Who's doing what?
William, he's putting a standing pork rib roast going in the oven, serving with beans
What
and
is
yellow
a pork
rice.
rib roast?
Pork rib roast.
I've had pork ribs when I go get ribs.
No, pork rib
No,
roast.
a roast.
I don't know what that is.
You know?
I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah.
If it don't come out of a can generally, I don't get it to eat.
Life's tough over here. In the Smith.
As your mom would say, the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah. I can't seem to lose
Okay.
this last 4 pounds. I've been 230 for a long time, and I kind of maintained it. Somewhere along the line, I went up to 235. So I've been kind of watching what I eat, and I just weighed myself a while ago, and I'm down to 234. But it's been hanging there for like 2 weeks now. It just won't seem to go down. I know somebody will say something about, well, quit eating them damn cookies. They're oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal's not fattening.
Oh, God. Kathy
You want to lose that 4 pounds? How bad do you want to lose it?
Not really.
Okay, well
Yeah.
then you don't want my opinion.
Kathy P. in the 603 says, hi, Skip and Sue. BJ Gant says, oh, okay, I thought it was a new thing. Thanks. Okay. Laura says it usually really 38 degrees in the villages right now. That is what AccuWeather says.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going up slowly. It was in the low 30s this morning. And I said, a little bit at a time. I think the highs only was supposed to be like 40.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
Yeah, it's not going to be real warm.
Let me see. Today, tomorrow, Friday, they said it's going to be very cold. Very cold on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Very cold on Friday.
And then
Hey,
everything changes over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they've been canceling the squares every night.
Huh? Yeah. 'cause-
Is it too cold?
Too cold.
Yeah.
And last night it was raining.
We thought that they were cast at 40 degrees. Is it 40 degrees or is it less than that?
Wow.
It's 35 to 40. I'm not sure exactly
35 to
which.
40, I
It's
think.
if you look in the recreation news, it'll tell you in the back.
Oh,
part.
really?
Yeah. It tells you what the
They have the, we were gonna go to the light show.
Electric light show.
Electric light show Friday night, but,
You think they're gonna call it off?
I don't know, we're not going,
Yeah,
it's 30.
yeah.
What's the light show?
Electric light show?
I'm not really sure.
Well, I've seen it before, and I said, everybody wears something that lights up. And it's kind of, have you ever seen the blow up stuff that people wear sometimes?
Yeah, a buddy of mine had a blow up doll. He really went back with his motorcycle.
No, I mean,
Remember that?
yes.
You think I'm kidding about this? I'm not.
But you can go to
Charlie had a
Amazon.
blow up doll of a girl. We called it his girlfriend, and he put it on the back of his motorcycle. And he would ride down the road.
You can buy
There's this doll back there popping around. It was hilarious.
You can buy clothing and all with the flashy lights and stuff, that come on at night with them. And I said, and they have a whole parade over there. I mean, it's something, really. Now, whether they, I've got it in my notes here that it's Friday, but whether they call it off or not because of the weather, we don't know. So you have to check with districtgov.org, probably have that information on it. But yeah, it's really, really something. And it goes till 10. It's from 4 to 10. It's usually 9 o'clock, everything shuts down.
Everything shuts down.
Yeah,
And
but I think the light parade.
And the music's gonna play till 10?
I don't know if the music's playing, but I think the light parade goes from 9 to 10, something like that.
I don't have anything.
But it's really something if you get a chance to go. Let's see. Ron says, hey guys, hey Kev, looks like you lost your New England blood. Happy Porch Settin Wednesday.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's really cool.
Yeah. Wiggins spoke with you live yesterday, Skip. I would love to hear your viewers' thoughts on the transparency or lack thereof of the new home lottery process.
I had a live show last night where people could call me and talk live on the show. I do that once in a while. And I generally just leave it on there for other people to watch and listen to if they want to. I took it down because I was watching a rerun. I don't know what was going on with YouTube, but it was them. It wasn't me. Every time I brought in a video of the snowstorm while we were talking, it would freeze. It just
Yeah.
And I'm really picky about that, so I took it down. I took it all down, put it in my editor. I re-edited everything, so now it looks great. And I'm in there downloading it now. I'm going to put it on Patreon. I'm probably going to put it on YouTube members. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it on YouTube or not. I may or may not. It all depends. I edited it down to about an hour. I think an hour is long enough. But it looked good. And there was two guys that came on there that was talking about this lottery system here about buying a new house. I think I got in my head what it is. And I think it's just his way of, one, keeping the demand high. And he's doing the same thing that they did here, but just in a little bit different critiquing way. Here, they released houses 3 at a time. And that was it. And once those 3 were sold, he picked out 3 more. And it was like one over here, one back there, one over here to keep them spread out. And he would decide on what houses were being sold in that neighborhood and when. This lottery system seems to be doing exactly that. Except the demand for that lottery system thing, from what I'm hearing, is really high. There could be as many as 300, 400, 500 people waiting on this lottery thing.
That was Jerry Bell.
Was it?
Well, now, also Wiggins, he said that he spoke to you last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people, but see here, there'll be names here, and then sometimes when they call me, I don't recognize it. Did Jerry talk to me last night?
I don't know.
What were you talking about, Jerry? You said Jerry.
Jerry Bell is in this. I believe he's in the lottery.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't
And then it's
understand.
usually for the premium stuff.
I think it's everything now. Guy said even the patio villas. It's all on
Okay.
the lottery thing. And I understand it. And if I do another live thing, we'll get people on there to talk about it, and you guys will watch. But most of you will not watch. But they tell you how it works, and it's your realtor, and they got to be in the office at 8 in the morning, and then somehow, some way, you got to be ready with this 10% down payment to keep that house. And if you're not ready, they go to number 2. They don't mess around. It almost sounds like an auction, but it's not an auction. Quit.
They're just keeping it going on a regular schedule.
I don't know.
So,
I'm the wrong
Rizzo
guy.
says we just got $50 back from our property taxes. Yes, they made a mistake. So we're actually getting the money back.
I don't know if it's property taxes or not, because it'll be on the news this Friday that the Sumter County Tax Department is refunding everybody here money because something about the fire tax thing that they started, it was illegal for them to do it that way. And so they're refunding this money, which my issue with it is it's costing all the taxpayers in Sumter County $160,000 for them to refund your money. Yeah, they said because of mailing them. Anyway, that's what they said. They're charging us 160 grand to refund your money.
Okay. Laura says Havana, Cuba is 72 degrees.
See, that'd be a great place to go in the wintertime if those people down there would finally just, stop with the nonsense. I mean, they can blame it on us if we want. They started it.
Okay. And Razor Girl says Buddy needs his sweater, maybe. Yes, he had, I fought him to get his coat on him. And I said, then when he went out, he decided he didn't want to go anywhere. And I can't blame him for that. I thought, good, I don't want to go either. But like I said, I got him, he's got a flannel shirt and he's got a nice fuzzy coat.
Go get it.
And he doesn't like that coat. I don't know what it is about it, but I think it comes up too far on his neck because he's always doing this number. But I, it's so cold. I didn't want him going out without one. But it was a trial yesterday, let me tell you. And I said, out here, like it's not really cold out here. It's like I said, we've
chilly.
got, yeah,
we
it's
don't
chilly.
have any heat out here.
I'm all bungalow.
Yeah,
I'm okay, but I can tell that it's chilly. One of these days, I'm gonna get what they call it, a mini split. But I'm not sure I got enough room up there to hang a mini split, so I might have to get one of them.
Do they heat too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I may
that.
have to get one that goes like Linda's got, where it goes flush into the ceiling. But that's like $6,000 or $7,000 to get that stuff installed.
We bought a couple of air purifiers because I have allergies. We bought one that heats up a room.
Mm-hmm.
That thing would heat up this room with no problem.
Well, we've got a little ceramic heater out in the
It's in the
camper
camper.
that would work just fine out here. We just never go get it. But I know without any hair, because he got his haircut last week. And I said, he did look like a big old dust mop. He did get a good haircut,
Yeah,
but they had to shave
he
it.
has the damnedest, well, it's not hair, but fur, that we comb him out. Seriously, we comb him out like 2 and 3 times a day.
Wow.
And then the very next day, as soon as he gets out of bed, you pet him, you can feel these little mats. Like his fur is like gets all tangled up at night.
It's so soft that it tangles up.
And it gets these little balls. And then we comb him out again, which he doesn't like, and because you got to pull that hair out. And then so we took him to get his hair cut, or Sue did, and the lady said she didn't really have any choice to get rid of all that stuff, and so he looks naked. Matter of fact, when she brought him home, he looks like half the dog. He looks so itty bitty.
But like I said, when he got fixed, he couldn't go to the groomer for a while. And I said, and then the holidays come up, so that was my fault for not getting it done sooner. He wouldn't have been probably mad as much if I had took him a little sooner. So I'm going to keep ahead of it this time so it doesn't get that way and he won't have to be shaved bald.
Hi, Mark.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Now you can't fly to Havana from Miami, William. There's a law against that now. Trump shut that down. There's no cruise ship that goes there, not from the United States. What most people here was doing, that I know, they were going from here during Trump's first administration. I don't know about Biden, up to Canada, because apparently Canada, you could fly from there straight down to Cuba, and that's what they were doing. And then fly back to Canada and then back to here. But there's no airlines that go from here to Cuba, the way I understand it. That's all been shut down.
It kind of have to go by sponsorship now, don't you? If it's like a college.
There are special things, yeah. And I don't know what all that is. Could be doctors maybe can go down there or charity or churches, Christian
archaeologists,
probably stuff like that.
Groups like that can't.
I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, I got the answer to world peace here. I know how to stop this. It's all about money. Everybody worships money, so we just make all this a touristy area, just like in Venezuela. Look at where it's at. Put hotels there and gambling casinos and ports and airports, and we'll flock down there just to get out, just to be able to go down there and travel.
I think they had all that until their dictator took over.
Well, but we'll take care of Venezuela. We'll bomb the shit out of it.
Wiggins, we're originally from Indiana, like in the middle of Indiana, and Let's see.
You know the only thing missing around here? What? Beer. Just a bunch of guys sitting around just making fun of everything.
All right, changing the subject. Who likes, let me see, Kansas City or Buffalo? I know you don't watch sports.
I don't watch sports, so
You don't even know.
I don't care.
I know.
I know you
I
did.
looked all over. I know he's got an Ohio State hat. And
Yeah,
Jerry had it on there. I cannot find it anywhere.
You know,
He had it on.
I know. I seen that, and I thought, well, shit. I guess I do have
Yes,
an
I know
Ohio
you
State
did.
hat. I have no idea where
I
it is.
looked, he's got hats everywhere in
You
there
have it on
hanging out.
yesterday?
No.
Yeah. Well, the Jerry pulled up a picture of him
Oh,
that had it on, so we know he's got it.
Discord. That's
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
He's just showing me.
All right.
Yes, you do. You know, so I thought, damn, I
Yeah.
guess I do have it.
Laura
But
says,
it's not in the studio. Now, the hats that I'm really into, and you know that, is first responders, police,
Yeah.
fire, and then of course the things I support. Anything from Indiana, Notre Dame, the Colts, that kind of stuff. Indiana State Police, blah blah blah. And then here I get hats for my community here because I do support him. The guy up the road sells all that stuff, so I buy that stuff for here.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to sound rude or anything, but if you got a Miami Dolphins hat, you can send it. That's fine. I appreciate it, because I'm never going to wear it because, first of all, I'm not into sports.
No, he doesn't like sports.
I didn't say I don't like it. I'm just not into it.
Okay.
I've always said I don't like watching this crap on TV. It's just, to me, it's nothing. But take me to a football game, and I'm going to embarrass you because I'm the screamer and the yeller guy around because I do like going.
I'll watch it right from my couch.
Robin Cavallari, Laura says, Robin Cavallari said on her YouTube channel a few weeks ago, any roof over 12 years old can be a problem if that home is on the market.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't think so because, man, these shingles here are like 30-year shingles. So even if they say 20, you're well within the lifespan of these shingles.
Well, insurance companies do what they want.
They just figured out a way to force you to do something.
Uh-huh.
And they're not going to force me to do anything I don't want. I am the owner of this house, not them.
Kathy B in the 603 said the lifestyle visit homes in Newell went on the market this week. Okay.
I think the lifestyle homes, when they sell them, they come completely furnished. They leave the furniture there and everything. So if you're an investor and you're going to rent it out, I mean, that's a good way to get started real quick.
Yeah,
You don't have to buy anything.
Deborah Bird says, hello, Skip and Sue. How are you doing today? Well, we're doing good. A little chilly.
I'm doing great since Trump's in office. I think it's great. We finally got a man with balls in office.
Oh, you say a bald man?
Oh, yeah, that was Biden. He was a bald man.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, anyhow.
Buffalo over Kansas
By the way,
City.
you guys know that all I'm doing is poking the bear here. That's all I'm doing.
Slightly over Kansas City, but boy, I hope so. Buffalo should have never beat Baltimore, but
I couldn't believe the Notre Dame game in Ohio State. They really.
my heart was with Notre Dame. My heart, but my brain said that Ohio State.
I got a Notre Dame hat.
Yeah. Ohio State was just too strong.
Ohio's been a losing state for many years.
Just.
Oh, God.
I'm in one of them moods today. I'm going to insult everybody.
Williams is Skip's favorite Campbell's pork rib soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught it the other day because I didn't catch his message. It said get SpaghettiOs or something. Beefaroni.
Beefaroni.
Yeah,
I looked in there
he was
yesterday.
out of beefaroni.
I was looking for beefaroni. I couldn't find anything. So she was at the store and I typed it said beefaroni.
Yeah, silly me. I was making meatloaf.
That says, hey, while you're there, bring me some. I don't do all that. I cut it short. Beefaroni. She'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
I get texts from Linda once in a while. She said anything that I'm eating out of a can is disgusting.
I love corned beef hash out of a can.
I got corned beef hash
Oh
in
my
here, matter of
gosh.
fact.
I love it.
I love it.
That I can feel my arteries close just looking at that stuff.
Not cook it really good to cook.
I like to cook it to where the edges start to get a little crispy.
Crispy.
Right?
Yeah,
It's the best.
the best.
Oh my. Okay. Okay, I understand, Wiggins. Claire May says the pork rib roast is the cut of the pork roast. There are pork rib chops and pork loin chops. Same with roast. Okay. Well, I said we don't do a lot of pork here, other than pork chops and bacon. And
I would do a pork
And I-
tenderloin sandwich, but you can't get them anywhere.
Well,
And then-
Skippy makes the best. Our son makes
Yeah,
the
but he's
best.
not here,
Yeah,
so I can't get him here.
he does
Matter of
pulled
fact,
pork.
You can't get pork tenderloin?
The breaded tenderloins that we make sandwiches out of, there's none in Florida. I shouldn't say that. Ramshackles has them on their menu, but they're really they're okay, but I'm used to tenderloin this big around for a sandwich. And what they get you over there is like about a hamburger patty size.
It's breaded tenderloin.
Breaded tenderloin.
Yeah, it's tenderloin
Most
and
people,
it's,
you don't know what we're talking about.
I don't
You guys
know.
never heard of it. But if you had one, I swear to God, you'd love it.
yeah.
They
And
make-
they don't even, used to you could get them in the freezer section in Walmart, but not in this Walmart.
Well,
But yeah.
Payless and Anderson's got them.
Yeah.
I called. I remember the number to Payless. Area code 765-649-3111. And you get time and temperature, blah, blah, blah. Hit the, and the guy gets on the phone and says, hey, you guys still sell? Yes, we do. Can you ship them out? No, we don't.
Can you remember my birthday? You remember that phone number? But
September.
yeah, so that's close.
I'll tell you another number I remember.
I know, you remember the time.
778-4335.
Oh,
That's my phone number we had in Pendleton.
yeah.
778-3889. When we bought Dad's house over there, that was the phone number we had over there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember these numbers.
I don't either. No, so he probably doesn't know my phone number now. Chet in the 850 says, hello, Skip, Sue, and Kevin. Like Skip's cat. Yeah, he seems to like that cat for some reason.
It irritates a lot of people.
Well, I said, Jose just had he just laughed so hard when we went,
Yeah, I went to Colombian restaurant.
yeah, we went to
I
Colombian
never even give
restaurant.
that a thought. I swear to God, I didn't. I didn't do that on purpose. He said something about coming over, picking me up. I got something to show you. And this hat was laying there next to my desk where I was cutting video for the news and all this and that. And I just grabbed it and put it on, went outside, and I was sitting out there. If you saw that, well, it's not on YouTube. It's be a page to see it. I'm sitting out there waiting for him. He finally shows up in this little, I call it a piece of shit truck that's made for 5 foot tall Japanese people.
The POS one.
Yeah. And then he says, I'm going to take you to this Colombian restaurant. So I keep asking questions that nobody seems to ever want to answer the question that I ask. They answer with something else. I said, so what's a Colombian restaurant? He said, it's new over there on 301. I didn't ask where it was at. I said, what is a Colombian restaurant? He said, they serve food. God damn it, Jose. What kind of food do they serve? I don't know what you're...
Colombian.
Colombian.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Colombian food is. Just simply tell me. I get, hey, is this one of them restaurants that's nothing but rice and beans? And because if it is, I'm not interested in it. I'm not going to just eat rice and beans.
Yeah.
And he said, well, they got that, but they got a lot of other stuff too. I said, okay, we'll go, whatever. I said, but don't count on me eating a lot of anything because I don't even know what this is. So we get in over there, and then he's talking to the lady behind the counter, and I don't understand what they're saying in Spanish, I guess. He said Portuguese, but it sounded Spanish to me. But they're from Colombia, which I guess is like Spanish, Portuguese, something, whatever. So, and he said, you got to have one of these. I said, what is that? He said, you like it. Once again, that's not what I asked. I said, what is that? And, oh, I get you one. Whatever. So, and those was pretty, them things that look like cookies. Did you like them?
I did. Yeah, they're like a cheesy biscuit, only they're made almost like a cookie.
A little crunchy on the
Yeah,
outside.
they weren't big and fluffy like a
those
biscuit.
were pretty good. So anyway,
Yeah.
as we were ready to leave, I did a little video there. I didn't tend to really show a lot of that, but he made a comment on Discord saying something to the fact of he couldn't. People were asking why did everybody in the kitchen run out the back door with the door swinging with Skip sitting there with his ice hat on. Oh my God, I never even thought about that. So I took the W&L crew over there. You haven't seen that video yet either. And I made sure when I went over there, I did not wear my ice hat or my border hat.
Yeah. Deborah Bird says, when did the lottery for the houses start in the villages? Well, Deborah, that's only for new houses. That's not any pre-owned houses. It's only for new houses. And it's been going on for a while now, a few years now. So I don't know exactly when it comes to being, but Jerry says anytime more than one person wants a property, when it's released, it becomes a lottery. Okay.
Well, that could be literally any house.
Yeah.
That could have, Because even when we looked at this house, the lady told me, she said, if you want me to hold this house, she said, I can only hold it for 48 hours.
Yeah.
And we're telling us that. And we had to give her a $10,000 check to hold it for 48 hours.
Mark Ryan says, hey, Kevin, Skip, and Sue. Hey. Restomania said Biden administration and Cuba did an agreement to allow limited tours of Cuba. Cuba allows small groups but must be accompanied by tour guides. And
Yeah, I believe that.
at all times and can only stay a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I believe that there are certain people that can fly there for whatever reasons. I believe, and I'm fine with that. Actually, I'm fine with anybody going to Cuba. I could care less. Why do I care if you want to go to Cuba? But just when I watch videos about Cuba all the time, the people that's there now, and they do videos. So I don't know what country they're from. Most of them are from Canada that do these videos. And just from what I see of what they're showing on there, maybe they're just going to the worst parts of town. I don't know that either.
I don't know.
But Cuba looks like it's just falling apart.
William says, Skip, just go to Havana. All you need is a passport. You fly from Orlando to Miami, then on to Havana. I went last year, no problem.
Well, last year was Biden. I'm telling you, Trump shut it down. So
he did the last time, then Biden reinstalled it. Right. So yeah.
Well, in the first administration, he shut it down too.
Yeah.
So is it open now? I don't know, but I suspect with 200 executive orders that he signed, they're probably still going through and going, now, what's this one? You know, he probably shut it down again.
Jeffrey Wittenhoff says, for the lottery system, there's no advantage given to buyers that actually want to be villagers. Many new homes go to investors that rent properties or just hold them for a year.
That's true. There's a lot of investment that goes on here. I can remember one patio villa area, and I can't give you a name. There was a big report about it, and I didn't show it on YouTube or nothing. I just read it, where an investment company came in, and the people in the area, was really raising hell. They went into a patio villa area and bought a whole street. Most patio villa areas will have several different streets in it. You know, they crisscross. They went in on a brand new area and bought a whole street. Kept it for 1 year. Rented everything out to whoever. People in there was raising hell, saying that street was nothing but a problem. They rented it to just whoever. And then they started selling them off for a profit. And they just said that they didn't think that was correct. Those people that was doing that didn't live here. They didn't care about the lifestyle here. They had no, or you might say they had, what do you call it, no money in the game or whatever. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, this is a retirement community. It's okay to invest money, I guess. We all invested money. He invested money. I invested money. We're doing okay. But the truth of it is, the money that's going to be made here, my son's probably going to get it because we'll be dead. So I'm not sure if you would want to call it investment or not.
And Laura says you can also fly from Mexico to Cuba. Yeah. And I remember his grandpa going to Cuba all the time. He'd go over there to gamble.
I think he went to whorehouses.
Well, that too. I don't know. But, you know, we'd get a card in the mail that says feed the cat, you know, and he'd be gone.
He did. He had a cat that wasn't even his cat.
Yeah.
In his basement, on the side of the, there's a vent. If you know anything about basements, there's always a vent to allow air to circulate through there to keep the moisture down. Well, where he lived, he rented a house, and where he lived, that vent was broke. And there was this neighborhood cat that would go in his basement and stay in there. It was a male cat, so it caroused all the time. Grandpa started feeding his cat. And I asked him once, I said, what's his name? He said, Cat. So whenever he was going to take off and go down to Florida, we knew he was going to go to Miami. He brought us back stuff that I wish I had today, but I don't have it anymore. But he'd call you or me or call Sue and say, hey, feed the cat until I get back. But we never knew when he was coming back.
Yeah.
Have you been to Boosters?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple times.
How do you like it?
Boosters is nice. The way it's designed is nice. There's not a lot of echo in there like you would think. That's what I was concerned about, you know, how they are with the high ceilings.
Yeah.
The food is good. The people that were there, me and Jose and some other guy was there, we're a little rowdy. We having fun.
Yeah.
And the waitresses took care of us really well. You could tell they were being trained because this lady kept following them around.
Okay.
The food was good. The price is a little much, but, you know, it is what it is. Will I go there again? Yeah, I'd go there again if somebody was having something going on.
Chase is up there today.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
At 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock. J.C. Gallagher. He's
now,
playing.
Sue, do you think he's going to play inside or outside?
Probably outside.
Well, I don't know.
Because he's playing at Blondie's when? Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
And that's only an
At 2.
hour.
Yeah, but they got an enclosed outdoor city.
Now, Blondie's is
Blondie's done.
they're just a roof
Blondie's,
over
I don't know
it.
anything about Blondie's. I've never been there.
It's just a roof over it, and yeah, I don't know
If it's
about
cold,
that.
I'm going to say no. They're not going to let him.
2 in the afternoon.
Because he's playing today at 3.
Mhm.
And
You want to call him?
But I imagine Boosters is probably, I said they probably planned it for outside, but
they
I would
probably have
think,
an inside.
I would think, yeah.
I texted Ira. He's supposed to call me, but he never did.
Okay. And then Friday he's
I was
at,
old.
World
I
of
just
Deer.
talked to him on Monday.
He probably got your phone number. He thought, I'm going to call him back in a little bit.
No, I talked to him.
You just said he didn't get back with you.
Oh, right. Now, yeah, I texted him today. I said, are you going to Boosters?
He doesn't do text. That goes to his
Yes,
company.
he does.
What's her name?
Lately?
I don't know, his daughter. She wires things to him that he needs to be.
No,
I get text from her all the time saying, Ira wants to know this. Ira wants to know that.
he texted.
She's
Brad
texting for him.
Shea says, do you bring Buddy to Atlas
I'm
Dog
telling you.
Park?
He
Every
has
once in a
several
while.
phones.
Not very often because there's not much shade there. Said we volunteered for a rescue and had dogs for 40 years. We visit the dog park to get our fix. I understand. I'm kind of like that with
That would be
kids.
great if Ira would just show up.
I go to the family pool every once in a while just to be around kids.
Yeah, I can't go there. I don't have a car. Karen's got the car.
Okay.
Where? Boosters?
Yeah, I can't. I don't have a car.
I don't know how to get there by golf cart. Jose does, but I can tell you, from what I saw, it's not an easy track.
Oh, it's not hard.
You're going through construction zones down there.
Yeah.
It's
right. It's right.
Go down this way and take a
It's
right.
right back at the. It's right back at the school.
I don't know. We went through tons of tunnels. We went through Middleton.
Yeah.
All this and that.
Yeah, I've been.
I was confused.
It's
You can't find your way home, so that's not a problem. I mean,
it's easy to get your way, find your way home. But I'm not driving in a golf cart today.
Rester says I was looking to possibly visit Cuba, and that is what a tour agent to me on a person-to-person visa. There was another type of visa too, but I forget what it was called.
I don't mind going to Cuba and looking around before they turn it into a touristy area, because you know that's what's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
But the problem I got with going there is hotels. Where are you staying at?
What's this?
Yeah, hotels in Cuba. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know where to stay. And just from pictures I've seen, the outside of the buildings, I don't know what the inside looks like. It could be crap, or it could be lizards walking around your room. I don't know that. I'm just saying, if I go there, I want the presidential suite.
And William says, yes, you can fly to Cuba. Look it up. Google, can I fly to Cuba?
Oh, yeah, we can always believe what Google says.
Oh, Ron says, now that my Rams are out, I'm all in on Buffalo.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. I just
Are we talking about eating buffalo?
No.
no.
It'll be funny. I've had buffalo before. It's called buffalo burgers.
Call it that.
Sports.
Oh, sports.
Yeah, Rams.
You're all wound
Buffalo,
up today, man.
Yeah, what was it? You said it was New York and who?
No, Buffalo and Kansas City.
Yeah.
I was
Philly and
I'm
Washington.
giving you my opinion. Kansas City.
Okay, Philly and Washington.
Philly.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, and
But see,
William says he's
I pick
going in
these out
November.
for different reasons. You guys pick them out because you know the history of quarterbacks and all that.
Well,
I pick it out because of the history of the town.
Oh,
Like if it was New York or the New York, what's the other baseball team? New York Yankees, New York
Mets.
Mets. I would always go with the Yankees
Oh,
because of the history.
Okay, Meta 37 wants to know, does anybody play platform tennis here? I think the floor is heated on the platform in some cases.
Is it?
I don't know.
Well,
I know they were
I
doing
did
some.
video of the platform tennis over here at Seabreeze. Show what it
Well, they were
looks
doing some renovations to it because of a sinkhole.
like. There ain't no sinkhole over there.
Yes, there is.
There's a depression.
Whatever it is, they were doing some renovations, so I don't know if the platform tennis
I haven't
is
played
open right now, but they do have it here.
one thing.
It looks like it to me, from what I've seen, it kind of looks like a cross between tennis and pickleball.
I would agree.
And it's in the middle.
I would agree.
But it's very popular.
Yeah,
But
it's
like I
popular.
said, you got to have the right place to do it on. You can't do it like a regular tennis court.
I'm not having
but-
no trouble with pickleball. I'm playing platform tennis.
Yeah, I don't know if they got platform tennis everywhere either.
I don't think. No, they don't have it everywhere.
Yeah, and
They don't have
Jerry
that.
says that he played in Ohio, but the floor isn't heated, and the heat is to melt the ice, and then you turn it off.
They don't have it at Sterling Heights or Fishhawk.
Now, I don't think here that they would actually think about a heated
Well,
floor.
you know, the indoor pickleball courts they were building over here, that's kibosh now. That
Yeah.
company went bankrupt.
I heard that, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
They shut them all down in the state of Florida, every one of them.
Indoor pickleball courts.
The one they were
Wow.
building over here outside of the building,
Right.
they all went bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean, the building and everything's there now, but they've all went bankrupt.
Here's Buddy's new favorite fetch toy. I swear to God, it's bigger than he is.
It's a reindeer. I got it at Christmas time. He loves it. Key's got one too for Delilah, and I don't know.
Yeah, but Delilah will kill it.
No, I think she's kind of scared of it.
Oh.
Hi, Jason and Leah from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I'm from Rhode Island.
Okay, Wiggins says each day the villagers release a set of new homes that will go for sale the following morning at 8 a.m.
Right.
Usually multiple people want to buy the same home, so now they allow the villages realtors to enter up to 3 home sites per buyer. A first,
The guy
second,
last
third
night that was
choice.
on the phone was talking about it. He said it could all be the same home. He said, but they because it's sitting like on a corner lot or it's sitting next to the water for water views or next to a golf course, they want that home.
Mhm.
And I understand that, but there might be 10 people that's interested in that home. And I don't know how they get all this information for all this.
And it said, you know,
I
it could
don't
have up to
know.
100 buyers for it. And this is the guy you talked to last night.
Oh, is it? And anyway, he was explaining how all that works. Now, how they get all these numbers, I don't know. I don't know if they have a meeting every day with realtors saying, I've had a call on this home, this home, this home,
Right.
and they count them. I don't know. But then they put them on there, and then they put them up for lottery, however that
Yeah.
works.
William says you had cooked Colombian.
Who did I talk about? Oh,
Wiggins.
Wiggins. Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
guy
who you
I talked to last night? Okay,
Yeah.
pretty good. Hey, by the way, Wiggins, you got a great sounding cell phone. Seriously, when you, I'm going to put the video out on page, if you're a Patreon member, it'll be on there first, then YouTube members, and I may or may not put it on YouTube. But when I'm talking to these other guys, you just listen to the sound quality, then it gets to you, man, what a difference.
Okay, and William says a rapist. Yeah, we did. We've had a rapist before. Yune from Venezuela, when she come up and made it for us one day, and it was really, really good. And the ones at that restaurant's a little bit different, and I guess you can put different fillings in it. I didn't know that, but I guess you can because she had one. The rapist
Feelings? Like your feelings?
fillings
Oh.
in the rapist. Yeah, you know what?
That's for
You know what Yune made?
Oh,
Like the
those.
pocket
Yeah,
bread,
yeah.
basically, and it had like potato salad in it. Well, I said you could put different things
I
in
don't think
this.
she had meat in it.
Well, that's what it looked like.
I'm a meat eater.
Yeah.
Don't try to put this tofu stuff on me.
I agree.
Jeffrey Whittinghall says we bid on 16 homes in 2022 before winning our current home,
Wow.
and recently bid and lost on 5 new homes. Several of the homes we bid on were immediately listed for rent.
They are.
Yeah.
It's investments. And I'm just wondering, you know, Mr. Wiggins, I guess, who I talked to last night, I told him, and I'll say it again, that just sounds like to me, that just could take up a lot of your time, especially if you bid. He was talking about somebody, I guess, lost the bid on 20 homes. I don't have the patience for this.
Yeah.
If I couldn't just get me a home when I wanted to get a home, I'd probably go to the top of the world or somewhere and just buy me a home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put up with it.
Yeah, and
I don't understand the exact system here of what's going on.
I don't.
Laura says when the Village of Richmond opened up a couple of years ago, lots of homes bought by investors. Yeah, because, you know, your money is fairly safe here. Now, you know, I watched a guy on TV or on YouTube the other day, and he's talking about the exodus from Florida, you know, and the guy's young. That's all I can say. He's young. He doesn't.
young.
And the guy that was doing the thing on everybody leaving Florida.
You guys, listen to me. Stop with this silliness. This is clickbait. I mean, here's another one they tell you. The top 10 things I hate about the villages. We've done that too, just to show you the difference. Or, she's going to die. And then they do the video. Yeah, she's going to die laughing at something, but he titled it, She's Going to Die.
Yeah.
It's all clickbait. This guy that tells you about everybody leaving Florida and all this and that, That is true. There are just as many people leaving as there are coming because people come down here, they die.
Right.
You know, I mean, it just happened. They're leaving in a box.
And Texas and Florida is picking up California.
And a lot of Californians are coming here now.
Yeah, they are.
You guys,
They're outpricing themselves out there. And
Right.
so, you know,
And
they
you
think
guys
they can
know
get
why.
a deal here.
Well, yeah, well, New York. That's why I pick on New York a lot. New York's got a lot of money in their homes up there, quality-wise, as far as dollars and cents. There's nothing, I guess, in Long Island that people are telling us that an average 3-bedroom, 2-bath, ranch-style type home, $750,000. Well, if they can sell it, if they've lived there for 30 years and it's paid for, you come down here with $750,000, you're going to live a good life. And that's what's happening.
William says, I'm half Puerto Rican and speak Spanish. The Cuban people are fantastic. You know, all the ones that I've met are. And well, like I said, not just Cuban, but like Jose is Puerto Rican. Yune was
Yune's funny.
Venezuelan. I mean, they're all really wonderful people. And I don't know it's because they're where they come from. We're that different here or what? But yeah, I've met some wonderful people. Carol Madigan says, hi, Skip and Sue from your favorite Long Islanders, Brian and Carol.
Long Island.
Stay warm. Hope you're enjoying the book. I am, Carol. Like I said, that was a really inspiring book. I mean, I'm not sure why you thought it was good to give it to me, but I thought it was really inspiring, and it's one of those things where you don't know what another person is going through until, you know, unless you have that kind of a problem or you're
Correct.
going through that kind of thing. I have a lifelong illness also. Mine is not as noticeable, but I understand, and I really appreciate the book. I do. And you're a great writer. You should do some more.
Are there any all-you-can-eat buffets in the villages?
Yeah, over here at,
Golden Corral?
yeah, there's a Golden Corral over there. Very
Never-
popular.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, you go there in the weekend and the parking lot's just full.
Oh yeah.
Is it decent food?
Well, that's a Golden Corral.
I mean,
I never been.
oh really?
Golden
It's
Corral,
like any
I think
buffet.
the big draw of the Golden Corral is they have a grill there, usually with a chef, and he's cooking steaks.
Oh,
And you can just go down through there and say, I want that one, and he'll put it on your plate. You know, all the steaks
Okay.
you need.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
Anybody come in the villages, changing the subject, be careful around the roundabouts.
Oh, good Lord.
No, I'm serious.
I know.
We have almost got hit like 10 times
Yeah.
around the roundabout.
Oh, Linda's telling me every day she's running into somebody going the wrong way,
God,
walking or, yeah, it's
Don't
unreal.
try to figure it out because I have no idea.
The traffic this year is unreal. Worse than I've ever seen.
I mean,
But even at that, who turns left in a roundabout?
I seen a semi truck.
No, semi trucks don't turn left. They can't.
They did. It was coming right at me.
No way. There's no way because
All
if
right.
they come around at roundabout and a semi truck with a 40-foot trailer, you can't even go anywhere. He takes up both lanes. He has to go with traffic. She's
Well,
making that up. She hates truck drivers.
she married you?
She hated me for 30 years.
50.
No, the last 23.
All I'm saying, be careful around the roundabouts.
Because the roundabouts, and really some of the golf cart trails, people aren't paying attention.
Oh, I know.
They'll stop in the middle of the golf cart trail to answer a phone.
Some guy almost hit me the other day. He didn't stop. I'm saying, I looked at him. Oh, you got a quiet golf cart. I didn't hear it.
What's that?
Well, stop.
Yeah, really, what's that?
Seriously, stop.
Oh, yeah. And going through a parking lot, it's up for grabs. I mean, you just have to watch.
Yeah, no, you
If
have
somebody isn't on their phone
You got to really,
or something,
really,
going
really,
through a parking lot,
you gotta
like,
really-
especially one that's got several rows. And I said, if it's so that you have to go around to get out, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, the ones with several rows, you know, if you're going through, it says stop on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
really,
But these
really.
people going this way don't see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really.
sometimes on the golf cart trail, what you're looking for a stop sign may not be a stop sign. Sometimes on the post, they'll put the word stop up and down on
Yeah.
it. You know, like Sue said, it'd be written on the street. That's a legal stop sign. You have
Yeah.
to stop. Well, I guess you don't have to stop, but it's highly recommended. But
Yeah.
we say it all the time on any of the videos, especially the news. I'm always saying it. Be careful in the roundabouts.
Be careful.
It's a killer.
It's a killer. It's
And Laura says Jamie is the name of Ira's daughter. Blakely is Ira's assistant.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah. Jason and Leah B says hi from Massachusetts. Stay warm up there. We know what kind of weather you're having. Stay warm. Wiggins says Philadelphia. Well,
Laura says sweet tomatoes. They closed that down, Laura.
they did.
It's
Unfortunately.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah, and they replaced it with what, a Chipotle?
I think so, something like that.
I think it's a Chipotle now.
Yeah.
But I miss sweet
They closed
tomatoes.
it down, I think, during the COVID thing. People weren't going in there, a buffet, the people were scared to death about this or that.
Yeah.
I think they closed it down with the anticipation that maybe they would reopen one later on. And if they are, they never have. So I think they closed them all down.
Yeah, Wiggin must know how much whiskey's in your coffee.
We ain't got any whiskey anymore. It's all gone.
He doesn't drink it all.
I drank it all.
Jason Leah B says, for those not from Massachusetts, boostas translates to boosters. Kevin would know that. And he's not from Massachusetts, but he would know that.
I'm close.
You're close.
So we're going to go down and see Jason.
He's playing at 3:00.
So we're down here by 2.
Or Friday, he's going to be at
He's going to be at World of Beer Friday,
Friday night.
6:00.
In Brownwood?
Yeah.
Inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be inside.
Yeah.
It's going to say
And then,
They can close the doors over there, right?
yeah.
they tend to leave the doors open.
Oh, I know.
And Saturday's at Tierra del Sol.
He's at Tierra del Sol Saturday. I don't even know what that is.
I've
But
never been there. Tierra
Nice
del Sol
place.
Golf Course. It's
Yes.
a country club.
Friday night at World of Beer.
Okay.
I just texted him today, see if he's playing at
What time?
3:00.
Is it 3:00 today?
3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's Friday night?
No. He's playing 3:00 today.
No.
Friday
Brownwood.
6.
6:00.
I might do that one.
I'm going to do that one.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
if we can get him to save us the table, like before.
Maybe.
Somewhere way in the back so I don't really have to listen to him. He might be listening.
I don't know.
Elaine Skersey says, my dog goes crazy for lamb chops. It comes in several sizes. That's something I don't think I've ever had.
Lamb chop?
Lamb chop, yeah.
Oh, I had them last week. They were delicious.
Oh, I don't think, I don't think I've ever had one. I see them in the store.
Yeah.
They just look like a pork chop to me, but.
I mean, if the weather was nice today, really nice, I'd take a golf cart ride down.
You never been to Boosters?
We've been near it, but not in it.
But yeah, I'd recommend, for lunch.
Yeah.
They got a lunch menu. No use in spending a ton of money at dinner time and decide you don't like the place. So go for lunch and just check it out. It's do it on a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little. I mean,
it's a long way to go for
Yeah. Wiggins wants to know, he says, remind us how to get on your Patreon. I'll treat you to lunch, off hours, of course, at O'Shucks.
There is no reminding how to get on Patreon. It's in the description box below of this thing right here. As a matter of fact, everything is a link to my Patreon page, and as soon as you click on that link, it'll say be a member, and then just follow directions.
Jason's show is canceled today.
Okay.
Too cold.
Too cold. Yeah.
Yeah, don't surprise.
Because I didn't know if they had an inside place to play
Minute Boosters.
at Boosters.
Well,
yeah.
they do kind of. It's like they have the enclosed outside seating. It's got these roll down see-through.
Yeah. Right.
And they have space heaters out there, big ones,
All right.
and they can heat that whole area out there. So I thought possibly they put that.
Yeah.
They put that down, but apparently they
Well,
decided.
that's good. That's good. If you don't need to be out in the cold.
They got the same thing here at Evans Prairie, and I'm here to tell you, those space heaters, they do a good job.
Yeah. Tammy says, hello. Sorry I'm late. Hi, Skip, Sue, and Kevin. Well, hi, Tammy. How
Hello,
are you?
Tammy.
Well, those two are fine, but they're getting on my nerves.
Mark Span says, hi from Texas. Are there any all-you-can-eat buffet? Oh, you already said that. Yeah, the Golden Corral. It's
That's the
over on
only one
466.
That's the only one I can think of right
Yeah.
now is the Golden Corral. In the villages. I mean, outside the villages, there might be some somewhere. If there is. Isn't there an all-you-can-eat pizza place?
Well, you can eat pizza.
Yeah.
Like
it's,
CC's or something?
I'm trying to think of the name of it. Yeah, something like that.
But I've never been there, so I don't really.
Yeah, it's
By the
over in
way,
Wildwood.
when you figure out on when we're gonna do the next Patreon lunch, do the next Patreon lunch someplace where we can get pizza.
Okay, it's going to be in March.
I don't care. Just
Okay.
when we get pizza,
Okay.
Get it, Paisanos.
huh?
You can get it at Paisanos.
Well, we've been
We've
to,
been to Paisano.
how about Bravo?
Where?
Bravo in Lake Sumter?
No.
That's pretty good pizza in there.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, my idea is going to be here. Everybody's going to get a pizza. Then I'm going to be able to go down there and try everybody's pizza.
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you, what my biggest complaint here is? Going to a restaurant and the portion sizes are horrendous.
Are they?
To me, they're just.
I really haven't noticed that too much. Well, I don't go out. I'll tell you, I find myself more and more whenever we go out to eat dinner, unless we're in a hurry sometimes, I'm going outside the villages to eat more and more. I find the prices are better,
Yeah.
I think. I think the food quality is better.
I agree.
And the proportion sizes for me, if it depends on what it is, I can eat,
Well, I can too.
you know. So if it's good food, I eat till I'm full.
I mean, I went to a place the other day. I really don't want to say the place, but wow, I'm not going back there.
Where was it?
Bella Vista.
Bella,
Yeah, and they're having a tough time because
Bella
It's
Vista
not
in
that great.
Spanish Springs.
it's an FMK in Spanish
FMK.
Springs.
I mean,
I go out of my way not to go to an FMK restaurant.
Well, not all of them are bad though. The Coastal Del Mar.
Sawgrass,
They're all bad.
Yeah.
Sawgrass just went to FMK, McGrady's Pub. They
Right.
Sawgrass Pub now.
But I think they're keeping a lot of the regular stuff, which I love their fish and chips down there. I
It
really
ain't
did.
the taste of the food or how it's cooked with me. It's FMK serves everything almost cafeteria style. I can see it. I know what they're doing. It's like when you go to Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is a very popular place. They're always full.
Yeah.
There's no denying that the system works. But you ever notice you'll sit down to order something like breakfast, and I mean like within the first 5 minutes, they're bringing it to you. It's done. Nothing gets cooked that fast. It's already pre-cooked back there, where all they got to do is the eggs, plop, plop, here, you're done.
Oh, well.
And that's what FMK is doing with everything. Like even the seafood place. We went there, they brought it to me, we're eating it. The food was good, tasted well, price was fair, but everything on my plate was lukewarm. And I don't like that.
Well, you know, that one way you could tell them is just make sure mine's hot.
Yeah.
If they got to tell you that,
Yeah.
Jason, Jace is playing last minute show at Americanos in Spanish Springs at 5:00 today.
Oh,
I know where Americanos is. Is he playing outside?
well, they've got the things that come down.
I
and
can't.
heaters and
I
everything.
can't see. I was playing outside.
Well, unless they can enclose it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, and
All I know is as cold as it is, unless he's inside, I tell you what, I think I'd go to City Fire because I know the City Fire's got a stage inside all.
Oh yeah.
I'd go in
Yeah.
there.
yeah. Well, he probably can't pick and choose where he needs to go. So.
Then I'd quit.
Lucy Etheridge says, hello, I'm excited to catch another live. I'm a Panhandle school teacher, and our roads are closed, and we are having our third snow day. Stay warm in the villages. Oh, my goodness. Third snow day in the Panhandle.
Oh, no.
That's, insane.
Yeah, it's a unique situation. That's how you kill rabbits, right?
Yeah, I know.
You sneak up on them.
Laura Lampy says, on 441, the whole chai.
Huh?
I'm not sure.
441 what?
The whole chai, it's the name of the place.
What, is that a buffet?
I don't know, evidently.
Might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know all the restaurants here. I have my favorites ones that I like to go to, and very seldom do I venture away from that. Jose got me to go to, and it's a game with them to get me to do different things. He took me to this Colombian restaurant, so that's why I'm questioning things like what do they have, what is it, and when he gives me these answers to questions that I did not even ask, that tells me he's trying to hide something.
Eesh.
Okay. D. Smith says the English turn left in a roundabout. Freaked me out, but I wasn't driving. Yeah, and I worried about that. When Skip and Jose was in POS 1, and the steering wheel's on the wrong side of as far as we know, it's on the wrong side of the front. And I was really worried about him not negotiating that. Because I know myself, if you come down here and you drive the golf cart all the time, when you get in the car, sometimes you tend to want to turn like the golf cart, toward the golf cart.
Well, that
trail.
is true. I've done that several times.
Or the same way with the golf cart, you're not thinking and start to go down the street and say, oh, I can't go there.
When we first moved here, I drove the golf cart all the time, everywhere.
Yeah.
I did it for years. And it's a habit to turn and get in the golf cart lane, always doing that. And then the 1 or 2 times that I do drive the car to go to the doctor or whatever, I'm turning right and Sue's just sitting in her passenger seat going, golf cart lane, golf cart lane, golf cart lane. I'm in it.
But I was worried about, with the steering wheel being on the wrong side. I was afraid Jose wouldn't do that and be on the wrong side of the street, but he did fine. So I haven't actually seen those videos, so I don't know what they're up to, but.
What video?
Your golf cart videos
You're
with Jose.
member.
I know, and I'm not paying you to watch it.
Have you been to Americanos?
What?
Have you been to
Years ago.
Oh, years ago.
Yeah, it's had several owners since I've been there.
Oh, jeez.
What's that?
Americanos. I said it's had several owners since I've been there.
I've been there, but golly, I think I went to Americanos when they first bought it years ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't been back since. So I don't even remember what it was. What they, I think it's a Greek restaurant, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what they had on there. Nothing wrong with the place. It must be pretty good because they've been there for a long time.
Okay.
But keep in mind, straight across the street from that is where the original 2J's was at.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's gone. So how can 2J's be? Well, I know what happened to 2J's. The original owner that run them had a deli, I guess, in New York, and so that was kind of a copy of it. You go in there, you see hams and stuff hanging from the deli. I love that place. Then he sold it. And when he sold it, that's when they built a new one in Brownwood.
They sold to a corporation.
Yeah, and then things changed. The bacon is just paper thin crap. Where 2J's, the original 2J's, I think they hand sliced the bacon because you could just see where it was just irregularly cut.
Yeah.
And it was thicker.
Yeah. Let's see.
We used to get sandwiches in there. I swear to God, like pastrami sandwiches this thick.
That is so good.
Gracie says the housing market is definitely building inventory in Florida. Last Friday, 245,000 listings on Zillow, 633 MLS listings in the villages. Yes, it's slower going, but just like these new houses here, they have to go to a lottery to get a house. There's people wanting to come. I mean, the baby boomers aren't over yet. I don't think that's going to be until like the middle of the 2030s when the baby boomers get all retired. But like I said, as long as, they're still retiring, they're wanting to come here. Now, it will swing the other way eventually. It always does. If you remember everybody wanting to go to Boca at one time and that it changed. And, it's the same kind of thing. But they want to get out of the bad weather. I mean, I can't blame them for that. Now, Laura says, I follow a couple of Village MLS agents. And the inventory of pre-owned homes has been steadily climbing the past 12 months.
You must have left the Kleenex lay around here somewhere.
I didn't leave it. It was in my pocket.
Yeah.
Got it.
Iris said the other night that there are 602, and he's never seen it that high.
Yeah.
Well, I've got when I was talking to some lady, and I don't know what she done. She was talking about Florida realty as a whole.
Okay.
And she mentioned several areas. And said that there's more homes on, inventory.
Okay.
Of homes for sale, new and used.
Yeah.
Higher in the state of Florida than ever. And I said, what's that telling us? They're trying to figure it out. And she said, but they're trying to add in an equation, prices that are overpriced by a lot anyway.
Yeah.
Because of demand.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, the Villages was not in that figure.
Yeah.
She said Jacksonville is overpriced.
Sarasota,
Tampa area, and then the biggest one, she said the one that's more overpriced than any of them was Port St. Lucie. And we have a subscriber from Port St. Lucie. She said all the homes down there are I think you said 47% higher than market value for some reason, whatever that reason is.
And then, so that's one of the reasons, plus the last 2 hurricanes we've had did so much damage. And the insurance prices,
Port St. Lucie is on the Atlantic side. I don't think they got any damage from that hurricane.
They've had several, but like I said, the insurance prices, they're jacking them up. If this coast got it, like I said, they're jacking up the prices on the other coast. Anybody that's around that coastal area is either looking to move inland or get out of here. So.
Porch AC.
But you tell me. I mean, I'm not an investor. I don't invest things I don't understand. But if I was wanting to invest money in a home, what's that telling us that there's more homes on the market now than in history in the state of Florida? Forget the villages. We're just one little spot.
I can't, I don't know.
Does that mean we got a depression coming?
I'm not a real estate
Coming?
broker, I don't know.
Is the real estate market getting ready to really take off again? I don't know.
We could be just pricing out of the market, just
Well,
like California did.
I just know what Jim told me when he talked about buying stuff and selling stuff. This guy's worth with several $1 million. And he was about as down to earth as anybody you could talk to. Really, he was. You would never know that he'd wear blue jeans and a ripped up jacket. You would never know this guy had millions of dollars. What? Stop it. And I asked him one time about something about, man, ain't that a little too high for this or that? Because he would buy stuff. He said, if he agrees to pay the price and I agree to sell it at that price, he says it's a fair deal. And that was his whole about anything.
Yeah. Oh, William says those roundabouts were designed to thin the herd by the state.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Wow, well, Jay said all his shows canceled,
Oh,
and he drives from Washington.
Who?
Yeah.
What?
Jace.
JC, his shows are all canceled.
Yeah, a lot of his shows
I
canceled.
don't see a JC even on here.
Oh, no, I'm talking about mine now.
Okay. Elaine says not the food stuffed animals from the old kids show. I'm not sure. I missed that. Okay, Jerry Bell said, don't forget to join Skip's Patreon account. And he's giving you the place to go there. So if you want to be on Patreon.
Yeah, click on that link right there where
Yeah.
Jerry's at. If you want to be a Patreon member, go right there.
Have a great week all and stay warm. That's from Carol Madigan.
Yep.
Yes, Carol, you guys on Long Island, just stay out of the weather.
Stay warm.
Yeah, stay warm, stay out of the weather.
It's going to get better.
Yeah, it gets better. Spring is coming.
Diane says, I don't agree with Sue's political views. Me and you both. But I'm stuck with it.
Remind us again where you get your oysters in the villages.
Well, if you want to get oysters, which I'm not an oyster fan, oh shucks. I mean, the building will scare you to look at it. If you was a tourist and you were driving around and looking for a little place to get a bite to eat, you'd look at this place and go, nope, I'm not going there. I mean, that's the way it looks, right? But
The bars on the window kind of thing, yeah.
I'm just telling you, around here, when I first went into O'Shucks, I avoided the place it was a local hangout where guys get off work on the way home, they go to O'Shucks, have a beer and a burger or whatever, and that's what it is, and it's still there today. But Mom that run that place, I don't know where she gets her oysters. Do you know where to get their oysters? I know they got freshwater oysters. They got several different kind of oysters.
I'm not an oyster guy.
I'm not even, everybody says they're wonderful. But I get their scallop and shrimp.
But when the oyster eaters are there, the lady behind the counter, that's all she does for hours. She's got this metal glove on and this big old knife, whatever, and that's all she's doing, man. It's
And they're
popping
beating
them shells, and she gets in there and she loosens everything up. They put them in a nice tray.
Yeah.
Linda's husband is an oyster eater, and he's been there once or twice with us, and he gets them. And I asked him about it. How are they? He says they're good.
Yeah. Also, Catfish Johnny's on.
I don't know if they got oysters there.
They do.
How do you know?
I've
You
been
don't eat
there.
oysters.
I don't eat, but I can read a menu.
I don't know that they're as popular as they are O'Shucks.
Well, like I said, but that's one. They've got good seafood there, and
How do you know they got good seafood there?
I've ate there several times.
Do they have tofu shrimp?
I don't know.
Oh, please. Oh,
I eat fish
Oh, that's right. As long as it ain't fried.
as long as it ain't fried.
all right, with that, I'm out, folks.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go to Winn-Dixie.
Oh, where's the Winn-Dixie at? I thought they all
Canals.
closed. All these
Canals.
took them
No.
all. All these bars.
I told you not all of them.
No, not all of them.
But they did, but it's not changed over yet.
No, they're not changing
Oh,
all of
that's
them.
Skip.
They're working on the one at Lake Sumter now.
Skip.
Yes.
Lake Sumner, they're going to have an Aldi's, a liquor store, and then something else is going in the third section. But
They ever figure out what that?
I don't know what.
Yeah, everybody's keeping that kind of a secret.
Yeah. I love that. I love that place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Years ago, it was Sweet Gum
Mhm.
grocery
really?
store. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it.
I really
But I
like
think
it,
it's cheaper than Publix.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And you know what?
Depending on what you buy, I don't buy meat in
Well, I
Winn-Dixie,
do.
but
I do.
yeah, but
And I have no problem with it.
and
Well,
they're buy one get one. You
I
have to
think a lot
really
of it
watch
depends on
because
what
they raise the
kind of meat you get.
prices. And that's
Spare ribs, buy one, get one.
yeah.
But like I said, they raise the prices on the regular spare ribs when they do that. And like I said, there was a lawsuit against them, and they actually won it. And they said there's no law that says you can't do that. So
I don't know.
But like I said, I buy, I go to Aldi's for produce, but then I go.
Right. And if you want desserts, go to Publix.
Yeah, well, I
Publix
make
got
my
much
own.
better desserts than.
Yeah, see, I make my own, so.
Oh, you make
What kind of dessert?
key lime pie?
Oh, I don't like that at
Oh,
all.
I love it.
I don't get this key lime pie thing at all.
I love it.
Oh,
I'd rather go to Dairy Queen and get a chocolate dip ice cream.
Oh, jeez.
oh yeah, Jose did that for lunch the other day.
Yeah.
Went to Dairy Queen.
If you've never had it, I'll get you hooked. I swear to God, I will.
All right, guys, over and out. Have a good day. Keep
Stay
warm.
warm.
We'll see you
Later,
guys
Gary.
soon.
Fire up that heater
Maybe I'll see you Friday night.
Friday night.
If JC's playing, yeah.
World of
Oh,
Beer.
let me know.
I text you. You don't text. What do you want me to do?
Call
Text
me. You have a phone number. That's what
Call
the phone's
me.
for. You call.
Sue, I will call you and I'll text you because he doesn't get back to me.
Okay, I understand that.
Hi, Span.
Oh, see, bud.
Stay warm. Tell Karen, hey.
God bless you, Sue. That's
Where is Karen?
She's out. She went out with a friend.
Oh, yeah, she girl day out.
Yeah, they went shopping.
Well, get used to that, my man.
I don't know where they went.
That's a
All I
good
have is
thing.
my- All I have is my golf cart.
Yeah.
Buddy,
I give you my golf cart in bed. Go see
Yeah.
Matt. Go see his kid. Come on.
he's not gonna listen to you.
This dog listens like you do, Skip.
No.
Yeah.
No. He doesn't listen.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
we'll see you guys. All
See ya.
right. Oh, it's starting to warm up.
Yeah, I can tell.
A little.
Oh, Jason Smith says hello from the frozen tundra, now known as Ohio. 3 below this morning and 14 degrees at noon today. Better days are coming. You bet. You only got about 4 months, Joseph. I said, we're supposed to be 70 by Sunday, so I can handle it that long. We'll see. Diane Meehan says, don't agree with Sue, political views. Well, everybody's got one. Jose says, hey, POS 1 is the greatest transport the villages has seen. It's different, that's for sure. I can see my neighbors looking out the window thinking, what the heck is that?
I barely fit in it.
Yeah. Craig Vernon says, 7 below on the way to work in Cleveland this morning. Coldest in a few years. Lake Erie is frozen over. In the villages for May, so warm up by then, please.
That means the ice fishing is fishermen are out.
Yeah, and we will be warm by May. You
I
don't
went
have any
ice
problem
fishing
there.
one time, and I'm not sure I'd even call that fishing, really. I forget who I was with. I think it was one of them GM workers up there where they used to go in Michigan, pick up parts for Saturn before they closed it down. Somewhere up there. Anyway, everybody in the loading department where I used to go and pick up parts, everybody up there, I knew them all. And they all seemed like they all owned a cabin in the UP.
Yeah, everybody went to the up.
Yeah. And I told them, well, I'm going to retire. I think I'm going to go to Florida and get out of this cold weather for a while anyway. Never did figure on staying down here forever. And they kept saying, oh, no, like, everybody go. Who wants to go down there? Them old people go down there. They don't do nothing but just sit around and just wait to die. So we go up to the UP, man. That's where the action's at. Snowmobiling, deer hunting, ice fishing, all this stuff. I said, yeah, but they all got one thing in common that I don't want to do. And what's that? It's just cold. Everything's cold. So anyway, I did ice fishing once. I can't remember when how I'd done this or what. Well, anyway, so we go out on the ice, and they got like this little, looks like an outhouse, kind of like, out there on skids. So I guess they pull them out with a tractor or something. Then they drill a hole, and then they just take this pole and kind of stick it in the hole. Inside, if you ever watch Grumpy Old Men, that's what it was like. I swear to God, there was a portable TV set in there. There was a battery on the ground that they charged up to hook the TV to the battery. And there was like this portable heater that they hit. It's almost like they go up there with a bunch of whiskey, they put the pole in the water, and they sit back and watch a baseball game, and they're talking about fishing. God.
Oh, and Tammy says, our first winter in Florida. I had no idea it got this cold here in the winter.
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
This is the first winter it's ever been like this.
For this long.
For this long. Yeah, usually it's a day, maybe 2. And I said, it just, and I, how long has it been since there's been snow in Florida? It's been like 60 years. It does happen. It just doesn't happen that often. So, yeah, I said, I used to tell people 18 days of winter. And it made a liar out of me this year because it started in November this year. And so I am really, really shocked.
I keep telling her, quit doing that. Quit making specific dates and things on stuff because So there's people out there, fact checkers, that when you do that, they're going to come back on you.
I don't care.
Well,
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I want people to be prepared.
I'm preparing you.
Don't bring all your winter clothes. It's not necessary. But yeah, like I said, from now on, bring a coat.
Well, we had the same problem. I mean, I didn't have a coat here, and she said, "Yeah, we do. It's in the camper." She brought it over here.
My long pants. They were all in
This
the
is my
camper.
winter gear right here.
Yeah.
A sweatshirt that I got. Is this the San Diego Zoo?
Mm-hmm.
Sweatshirt I got at the San Diego Zoo. And the reason why I got it at San Diego because everybody kept talking about how warm it was out there until we got there. Went to the zoo, and it was freaking cold. Yeah. And I went to the gift store and I bought this. I didn't care how much it cost. I wanted to get something.
Yeah.
Because I had nothing.
Yeah, and Wiggins says, by the way, Shucks needs to improve their entrance or direct all traffic down that back road. Yeah, that's a problem.
There needs to be an entrance. You're right.
Yeah, there needs to be a different way to get in there. And I kept telling him, I think if you go through the trailer park on 44, that it'll come out. Or no, it's on the...
Here's my argument with the Wildwood commissioners down there. Some of those people down there, they're not there. All of them are there now. I think new people are there. But some of them people down there ain't got the brains God give a goose. Old Shucks has been there since anything. There was nothing there. And then they give them permission to build that kind of like shopping thing there. There's an auto store there. Is there something else there next to them? Auto store.
And there was an empty lot that had...
Okay, where the auto store and stuff's at, that used to be the entrance to get over to Old Shucks. You could drive through there, right to the parking lot, and drive out. You could go any way you wanted to. And you could also go out the way that it's set up right now. You can go out both ways. And then when they put that shopping center in there, then that blocked off that entrance to Old Shucks, to where now we're down to that.
And now there's something in the works going in there in the spot in between the auto store and Old Shucks. I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll be something in between there. And so hopefully maybe there'll be a way to easier way to get in there. We don't know. But yeah, listen, we never liked the idea of having to make the U-turn and come back because the traffic is endless going there now up to that stoplight. So for you to get through there, it's really, really hard now, especially on a busy day. But nowadays, 301's getting to be busy all the time. So David Williams says, hi from Seattle. The sun's out and it's 32 degrees. Well, good for you, David. I think that's where we started at this morning. And I said, but it's not supposed to get up.
Seattle, Washington?
He just says Seattle.
I'm going to guess Seattle, Washington. That's pretty chilly for them up there. Believe it or not, that's another little tropical zone.
Yeah.
You got the tropics down here where we're at. Then up there in that, they call it something, and I don't know what it's called. I should know, but I don't. There's a little area up there. It makes a little curve just on the state of Washington and kind of up around Canada. That's a tropics. That's why they have tons of rain and usually very little snow, but they generally get a lot of rain.
Mm-hmm. And Williams said behind Walmart in Fruitland Park, there are 700-bed, 3-bed, 2-bath homes being built. They're being built all the way around us, William. I mean, you wouldn't believe the apartment buildings, and they don't just put one. They're putting 20.
And they'll be 10 stories tall.
Yeah, 3 or 4 maybe. But it's unbelievable how many they're putting in, and I just, my head just does not compute what the traffic's going to be like. I mean, it's bad now in the wintertime. Because
we'll worry about that traffic later.
Well, like everybody comes to Florida in the winter, so traffic is always bad. But this has been the worst winter. It really has. And I don't know, I don't know if it's because they're building so much around us. And I said, they're in the building process. All of these aren't sold or rented yet. So when they get all of them rented out or sold, I just can't imagine what it's going to be like.
Well, it's never going to stop. And I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, a town, when we moved to Brownsburg, Indiana, it was a small farming community. And a friend of mine lived there. He said, you want to live over here and get away from that Indianapolis traffic when you get off work or what? And he's right. We went there and looked around, and I just thought, this is pretty cool. I just work 8 miles down the road. That's where all the shopping is. And 8 miles later, we're in country. I liked it. And then somebody discovered it. And they went through the same things there that they're seeing here. They just started building like crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Elaine says Lamb Chop is a very popular dog toy now. Our news channel has
Lamb Chop, that's Sherry Lewis.
Yeah.
Remember Sherry Lewis? Y'all remember Sherry Lewis? Did you know she got her start on the Captain Kangaroo show?
Do y'all remember Kevin Kangaroo?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. And Wiggins says, bye, Kevin, and let Sue have an opinion, Skip. She's eating seafood.
What makes you think that she don't have an opinion? I don't stop her from her opinion, but it didn't stop me from picking on her to have the wrong opinion.
Tammy says, Publix is so expensive, I drive to Leesburg to win Dixie. And yeah, it's kind of one of those things where you give up one for the other. Publix has the best customer service of any of the stores.
They do have that. I will say that.
And
I know when she broke her leg and I had to go to Publix and do grocery shopping, I always do it at night because there's nobody in there. I don't know if I can anymore since they had COVID thing. But anyway, and I'd go in there, and I've never had so many people in my life coming by saying, "You need any help? Need any help?" And when I got ready to leave, the lady looked at me and she says, "Do you want us to take the groceries out to your car for you?" I mean, they treat you like you're an invalid.
Like I said, they do. They have the best customer service. Their stores is always clean. And I said, it's not stacked up to where you have to figure out how to get around things and everything. But sometimes their prices are just way too much for me. And so I go to a lot of stores. I don't go to just one. I go to Aldi's. I go to Winn-Dixie.
What? You mean you go to all the stores?
I go to Walmart.
You go to all the stores?
As much as I can.
I am shocked.
but yeah, and I do go to Publix. There's certain things that they got on sale or something that I want, because they do carry a lot of name brands that I can't find in other stores. And I said, and with him being the way he is, it's got to be this. It can't be that. It's got to be this. And so I said, whoever has it.
Yeah, I always ask for the total outrageous stuff like Sugar Bear cereal. That's outrageous of me to ask for that.
Not everybody has it.
Breaded tenderloin sandwiches. Oh, I am so uncouth. Is that a word?
But anyhow, I go where I can find the stuff that I need to buy. And I said, try to watch the pocketbook as much as possible, because food is out of sight anymore. The prices of things are ridiculous. And we don't eat that much. And still, I can't imagine somebody with a family, how much they have to pay just to feed them.
With kids?
Yeah. And I said, because there's just the two of us. And I said, I don't eat a lot of meat. And he don't either. And so just the prices it cost me, I can't imagine somebody with a big family. So I try to watch.
Well, I make it sound like I eat nothing but meat, but I don't eat a lot of meat, but I do like it. So sometimes she'll say, hey, do you want anything special for supper? And every now and then I get a hankering. I say, yeah, I want a steak. I just expect that steak to be in the freezer somewhere. I don't ask for it that often. So how hard can it be to get a New York strip and put it in the freezer and leave it there in case I decide tomorrow I want one?
Just in case. That's why we've got two fridges.
Well, and it didn't start out this way, because according to her, we were going to get rid of that other refrigerator because we didn't need it anymore. And I said, I'm not taking that out. I'm putting it in the garage. She said, what are you going to do with it? I'm putting my beer and stuff in there. Well, over time, my beer is in there, but then I don't even know what all else is in there.
You don't use the freezer. You don't put your beer in the freezer.
Technically, the way I see it, that's my refrigerator. You didn't want it.
Okay, this is my house.
Half of it. Law says half of this is mine. Now, I want the half with the bathroom.
We've got two. Thank goodness, that's why you always get two. Steve Taylor says, just logged in. Are the cookies for subscribers, or do you have to be a Patriot?
Anybody. Anybody that drops by.
We close on a house in Charlotte on February 3rd. I'll get my cookies then. Yes, Stephen, on Wednesdays we're here. Sometimes we're out front, sometimes we're in the lanai because it gets a little bit chilly for us.
Or if it's raining really bad in the summer months. The problem with the rain is not really the rain, because we can put that awning out and it keeps most of the rain off of us. It's just in Florida, if you're not used to it, you can get these wild ass gusts of wind. They'll just show up.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, on one of the Porch Settin videos, you might see it where we almost lost that awning. I had to reach up and grab it. Yeah. And so we decided then, if it looks like it's going to rain, we're just not going to go out there.
Wiggins says, how are the vets, animal doctors down there? We know there are many dog lovers down there, but a bit nervous about the quality of veterinarians. It's kind of one of the things, just like the doctors here. There's some good ones here. You have to kind of go through, the ropes, just find the one that you like and the one that you think are good. Betty's been going to Easy Vet in Magnolia because ever since we got him, it was simple. Now that he's a year old, I'm looking to take him to a regular vet, because Easy Vet's okay for getting your shots, getting your flea pills, that kind of thing. But for any illness, I don't know is they're that great. And I've seen 3 different vets since this year. So, I'm thinking about taking him to a regular veterinarian office. And but I just seen a new one on 466A, just outside of Pine Ridge area of the Villages. And I didn't even know that was there. It's a brand new vet. But there's a lot of them here. It's just one of those, you got to do your homework. And people on here are very good to ask. They tell you if they got one that they like.
Who does Linda go to?
Huh?
Who does Linda go to? She's pretty protective of her
She
dogs.
went to several before she got Shiloh operated on, so I'm not sure exactly which one she stayed with.
The only thing I know about vets around here is because of Maggie. Is we was going over to Buffalo Ridge Animal Hospital, and we didn't really have a problem with it, but it was all basic stuff, her rabies shot once a year or whatever, that kind of stuff. And then when we really needed help, when she was having serious problems, this so-called hospital didn't do nothing. All we went on and said, well, you need to go to Gainesville.
Yeah, they close at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and they close at 5 o'clock. Nobody's there to watch your animals. They can't keep an animal overnight. I mean, so what kind of hospital is that?
Right. So they're here. And I said, we've had several new ones pop up in the last year or two. And I said, there are good ones here. And I said, you just have to do your homework. And I said, it's just like doctors around here. Florida's infamous for the kind of medical care you get around here. Same way with the vets. You got to do your homework and find the one that's good for you. But there are good ones here. Just not. And I said, the one that I took Buddy to, that Easy Vet, it's one of those things that, like I say, it's good for flu pills. It's good to get their shots and the mundane stuff. But I not with anything serious. And they did have a couple of emergency clinics that they've just built here lately. That wasn't there when we had our other dogs. And so that's a plus. But like I said, if you do have a serious problem, Gainesville is like an hour away, and they have a regular hospital up there.
That's a great place.
And let me tell you, it's like a people hospital. It's wonderful. And they treated my dog so good. She was too far gone by the time I got her there. And that was
we had trouble with her over time. She had diabetes, and
she was 14.
Yeah, and she was older, and so the last time she got sick, I just told Sue, get in the car and go to Gainesville. Don't even go to our vet over here; they're useless.
Yeah, but yeah, you can find good ones down here. There's a lot of them around.
Wrestler says 15-minute warning.
Okay. He says
I don't think she's got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Everyone sends Skip a key lime pie. Just Skip for his birthday.
Don't do that, because I'm not going to eat it. I don't care for key lime pie.
Yes. And let's see. Okay. Well, Steve, I'm glad this is the first time you joined us. And I said, we're here every Wednesday at noonish. It's not always exactly on the dot. It could be a couple minutes before, a couple minutes later. But like I said, we're here every Wednesday at noon, around the noon hour.
You got any questions about the villages, basically? I mean, if we don't have the answer, there's usually somebody on the chat there that can answer things for you. They know about as much about this place as we do. And if not, go to Patreon, become a $2 member, because on our Discord, because I'll send you a free Discord link. Everybody on my Discord is a member. There's nobody on there that's going to harass you or call you names or whatever. And if you got any questions, I guarantee you somebody on the Discord link, they do it all the time. They exchange numbers of contractors, and who did Jose had one. I think it was a yard sprinkler guy, right?
Yeah.
His yard sprinklers wasn't right. Something was wrong with them. And he's on Discord also, and he gave that number out. And I guess 2 or 3 people called the guy, and the guy came right out. On one place, he came out on a Sunday. Yeah. And took care of it.
And the guy that was looking for the inspector, you might find somebody on there that knows of a good inspector, because a lot of people are just moving down here.
I know Linda knows one. She had an inspector, and she really highly recommends the guy. Ira's the only one that pops into my head, but there's a lot of inspectors here too.
Oh. James Getz says, I agree, Skip. It all sounds great except for the cold. It was -2 this morning in southeast Indiana. I'm sick of dressing up like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man just to go to feed the cows. Yeah, I remember those days. Go break the water in the trough so they can get a drink.
That's the thing about the cold weather is people that have to work out in it. Those are the ones that usually I think about coming to Florida in the wintertime when they retire. The ones that work in an office all the time, not all of them, but a lot of them, they're only in it for a certain period of time, from home to work, and then they're inside a building, and then from the building back home. They don't like the cold weather either, but they're not really in it like, say, a power worker, somebody that works on electricity. And that's another thing here. That in Indiana, and I don't know why they didn't start doing this. I don't, as far as I know, they're still not doing it. Is why they don't, over a period of time, start burying all the electrical lines and get them off them telephone poles. Because inevitably, that's how we would lose our electricity all the time. Somebody slid off the road, hit a pole, broke the pole, lost electricity. And in Indiana, when you lose your electricity, you lose everything. Your furnace don't work. I mean, everything.
Yeah. Teresa Hilton says hello from Colorado, where it's 28 degrees, but feels like 9. Love your ice hat.
I do too.
Yeah, welcome, Teresa.
I found out that there's somebody here in the villages. I don't know who it is. I've never met the guy, but apparently he was a border patrol agent before he retired, and apparently those guys down there watch us every now and then, I guess, for entertainment. And so when he retired and moved to the villages, which I guess somebody told me he's over here, I know kind of where the area's at. I don't want to say, but he sent me the ice hat. I believe he sent me border patrol hats, and there was some other stuff. A border patrol looks like a coin, but it's not a coin. And they kind of explained to me what that's for down there is you use that like in a bar or something. You lay it down and then you get a free beer or something. I don't know. I keep it all anyway, but I've got it all in there. And like I said, I've never met the guy. So I was just kind of just surprised to find out that there's a bunch of border agents down there that watch my channel.
Oh, Diane Prince says, who is your cow buddy on the table? I want to get
this is Buddy's fetch thing.
It's a reindeer. I got it at Christmas time. It's a little reindeer. I got it out of the bargain bin at PetSmart.
She brought Buddy unwrapped it. It was wrapped up because he'll tear the hell out of paper if he gets a hold of it. And I said, what's that for? She says, for Buddy. I said, what's he going to do with that? It's bigger than he is. She said, well, I just thought he might like it. Well, believe it or not, this is like his favorite thing. You throw it around the house and he'll go kill it, and then he'll bring it back to you. So,
okay. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, I'll let you know. Let me know when you get down here. I said, all my baked goods. He said he'll bring the milk. Okay, well, let's get on to what's happening this week or the next week. The Chinese New Year celebration is 6 p.m. on the 31st at Sea Breeze Rec Center. The doors open at 5:30, and it's free. They had the Lunar New Year thing, and that was something that you had to pay for. But the New Year celebration is free at Sea Breeze, and I love those because they're so colorful. I mean, they really are. The Village's Magic, can't talk today. Village's Magic Club, January 24th at Easdale Rec Center from 10 to 2. Between 15 and 20 magicians will be at tables around the perimeter, and they'll perform a variety of magic effects. It's free. But you must have your guest ID or resident ID. And that was at Easdale Rec Center. Arts Around the Square is Sunday from 1 to 4 in Spanish Springs. And that's the 26th, Sunday the 26th. Now, we're supposed to have better weather by Sunday, so I don't know. But I'd keep an eye on the paper and listen to your radio and see if it's canceled. But hopefully not. The Arts Around the Square, I love that stuff. But you can peruse all the art they have and buy some if you want. The Rotary Club Chili Cook-Off, and this is a big deal here. I mean, it always has been. We could never find a parking spot because Skip always goes at the last minute. But the Chili Cook-Off, at the same time, they have the Craft Beer Fest and the Home and Garden Show at Lake Sumter Landing. That's February the 1st. Hopefully we'll have better weather by then, because I'd really like to try to go if I can. But like I said, I've never been able to find a parking place. And last time we were all the way to the Winn-Dixie and still could not find a parking place. So
Winn-Dixie parking lot was even full.
yeah, it's very popular, and get there early. The 2025 Strawberry Festival is February 22nd from 10 to 6 in Brownwood. They'll have Paul Bunyan, the Lumberjack Show, food vendors, live entertainment, a kids zone, and resident lifestyle groups. That means probably the twirlers or, well, some of the groups that they have, different ones. But that is February 22nd. That's a little ahead of time. I'm still in January here. The Vintage Collectible Showcase and Sale is 9 to 3 on Saturday the 25th at Savannah Center. They have jewelry, toys, and home decor. And if you're into that vintage stuff, I mean, they have a lot of stuff there. Go take a look. I said it's Savannah Center. Let's see. Next is Mutts Gone Nuts. It's 7 p.m. on the 29th at the Savannah Center. The tickets start at $35. You go to villageentertainment.com and find all the information about that. It's a great dog show. Dogs do a lot of different things. The Electric Light Festival is January 24th from 4 to 10 at Lake Sumter Landing. That's another one of those where we don't know if they're going to have it because of the weather. That's another, you want to check all your listings, the TV, the radio channel, the newspaper, to see if they're still holding the Electric Light Festival. But it's really, really cool. If you can imagine thousands of people with flashing lights on at night. And they do a parade and different things. And it actually goes until 10 o'clock, which the squares usually close at 9. But that actually goes until 10 o'clock because I think they have a light parade afterwards. Evolution Dance is 7 p.m. Friday and 3 p.m. Saturday at Savannah Center. Tickets are $20 and at the box office, or you can go to the villagesentertainment.com. And the money goes to the Honor Flight and Villages for Veterans. Grand opening for Sawgrass Tavern is today at 3 p.m. And that's when they have the ribbon cutting. So you know that Sawgrass has turned into, the McGrady's Pub has turned into Sawgrass Tavern. It'll be another FMK restaurant. So the ribbon cutting is at 3 o'clock today. The Writers League Book Expo is 10 to 3 on Sunday at Eisenhower. More than 90 authors will offer books, and they have a couple speakers. Rocky Sater, Rocky and the Rollers, you know him. He will be speaking at 11 a.m. And let me see. And Mike Bowling, which is the creator of Pound Puppies, I believe. He will also be speaking at 1. And the Showcase of Quilts is 9 to 4. It's $15 for entrance, and it's going to have it at 2 locations, Seabreeze and Rohan. And I said that's 9 to 4 Friday and Saturday, and it's $15 entrance fee. It didn't say who the money was going to there for what they were giving for it. So, but some of those quilts are beautiful. I mean, actually, really, really beautiful. They had a couple in the paper today. They had pictures of them. It's so good. But I think that's enough. There's a lot going on this week. And also, don't forget to go see JC. If he gets to play anywhere. With this weather, we don't know. I would say that the next possible would be
Brownwood.
Brownwood at World of Beer at 6 o'clock.
I might go to that.
Yeah. And then Saturday, he's at Tierra del Sol at 3. Great musician. Love him to pieces. And we're going to go see one of his shows. As long as they're not canceled. I think the other shows have been canceled because of the weather. And I understand that, actually. So, and I think with that, we're done.
Are we?
Yep.
Okay.
Y'all stay
Patreon
warm.
members, YouTube members, the news will come out in 1 hour for you guys, commercial free. The rest of you, the YouTube will get it Friday. One of the advantages is they always get things first and they always get things commercial free. WrestleMania, Jerry, and all the different moderators that showed up, we appreciate all their help. I don't know where you got that napkin.
It was my Kleenex. It was in my pocket.
Ouch. Shit.
You don't do that. Okay.
So anyway, yeah, Laura, we'll see you guys on the other side. I'll work on that video of the call-in show I did the other day and try to get that up for everybody. It's going to be a while because it's an hour. And so it takes a while at 4K to, anyway, I'll try to do my best to get it up. So with that being said, I thank everybody and we'll see you next Wednesday if you want to join us. Hopefully the weather will be better next week.
Say bye. Say bye. We say bye.